the day. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. A quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Into the red zone, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To Zach Ertz.
We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 5 catches, 72 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw is Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. He's driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there.
Howard again, the ball carrier.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback. Jones now to throw from his end zone.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Eagles.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
He's taken down at the
numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, New York.
Throwing Jones, finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he stopped immediately there. The ball carrier. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 41.
Wentz with a throw that's caught by Rager. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 20.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long. Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you the coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Brought down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. Another try for Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On first down, Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle.
Complete to
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Barkley, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Giants.
On the run, it's Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Again, the ball.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Wentz now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This ball complete to Rager. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Left side here to Sanders.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He may try and run for, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Jones going to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now, first down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run with Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You see this a lot when quarterbacks can't find anyone open. They wait in the pocket, and then eventually they just air one downfield because they want to avoid the sack and maybe a little bit of frustration. That one winds up incomplete.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones throw on target to Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On 2nd and a yard, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A handoff to Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
52.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own
already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining